Yo, what's up everybody? How's it going? Today we're playing Clockwerk. This was random draft. I currently have a 7 prediction streak. I am not going to predict to win this game. This is gonna be, So our team is questionable at best. Absolutely mega fucking garbage at worst. So I believe. Chat, push 1 if you believe. And we'll just see if we can make this happen, right? We'll just kind of try to pull this off. I feel a bit better today. What I've been doing is I've been icing my ribs. And yesterday while I was streaming, like that shit, like eventually it just got too bad. I couldn't stream anymore. But I've been icing it going into the stream, basically for like the past hour. I've just been keeping it cold. And I feel much, much better now. It still hurts, but it's much nicer. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. I need like a steady rotation of ice packs. Although currently my ice pack is in the freezer. Yeah, getting cold again. Anyhow, who are we playing against in this lane? I kind of expected to be the bristleback. It's a silencer, okay. I mean, that's not crazy by any means, but it's not really what I thought. Potch and silencer, okay. You know what? That's actually kind of fine with me. Like, I would have liked to actually play against the bristleback. Wait, what is Terrorblade mid then? Bristleback is mid. Huh. Yeah, I guess. Bristleback against Pugna? That seems... I'm actually not sure who wins that. Oh well. Did the doctor not give you any painkillers? I don't like taking painkillers. I feel like they are... I don't know. I don't like painkillers. It's just something where I'm always worried that if I take painkillers, since I then can't really like listen to my body properly in terms of like my body telling me what's wrong, that I'll make it worse. And I don't want to risk that. So I don't really like taking them. I'm fine. I can just handle it. Yo, what's up, dude? How does it feel? Easy first blood. Hero's too good. Too good. Okay, let's get some boots. But yeah, I really the only way to get me to take painkillers is when it's like absolutely mega necessary. But other than that, I would rather not. It's just not something that I want to do. What am I buying? I mean, I got boots, which is good. But like, what am I getting other than boots? I kind of was joking about getting radiance. But, I mean, we might. Like, it's maybe not a bad idea. Minimally, I feel like I need more regen in this lane. Maybe I just get a hood and then go for radiance. Like, honestly, it's probably not a terrible plan. I mean, if you hit a slow on him, we can probably kill him. Well, not like this, but, you know, generally speaking. But like Hood, we become really tanky in this lane. Agnes is must-have on Clockwerk. Well, yeah, I'm not saying we're not gonna get Agnes. I'm just like kind of talking about like early game. What do we get right now? You know, that kind of situation. Well, we'll see. I'm getting a lot of last hits, that's for sure, so that's good. That's kind of weird. It's like not displaying my gold numbers properly, and I didn't even like play a custom game. It's just not displaying the gold numbers properly. That's kind of odd. I don't know, I guess Dota is not being maintained very well. So I guess that happens. Anyhow. I know I've mentioned this a few times, but Disasters is like actually probably like getting printed this week, and it's like really fucking exciting. It's like so weird. It's been so long, and like it's finally actually gonna happen. I cannot move out of here, that was weird. This is not good for me. I gotta get out. I got trapped in a really weird position with the trees not even, like... I don't know, I really feel like those trees, they weren't actually on top of me. Oh well, that happened. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be great. You know, like everything is done. It's just a matter of actually getting it out there now. And yeah, it's gonna be sick. Okay. Rocket flare, thank you. And yeah, do I go for like a hood? Yeah, I don't know why you would TP right there. That's just a bad idea. Okay, let's get this and let's get a Ring of Health. It's okay. We don't need to like mega rush a Radiance here. I do still probably want to go for one actually. Like entirely unironically. I actually think, you know, Radiance is just such a great item to have. And you know, with Clockwerk we can actually go in there and like brawl a lot. It's great at doing that. You know, Radiance with Aghanims will just chase people down like it's nobody's business. And then of course later on we get Octarine Core, we get ourselves the level 25 minus 0.3 seconds Battery Assault. Just kind of like rush everybody down, they'll never see it coming. They'll never see it coming! It's gonna be great. Oh man. Oh! I wanna call somebody out. I want to call out Nigma. I don't know how many of you still know Nigma. But Nigma got me fucking scammed. Okay, here's the thing. Nigma was talking shit on Twitter about like how terrible Hearthstone is and how terrible Hearthstone's business model is. So I kind of like, I felt like he wasn't being entirely fair. And that kind of bothered me a little bit. So I was just like, I mean like, yeah, I get that Magic has probably the better business model, but it's not like universally just like, you know, like just factually better. They're different models and one model is better for specific things. Right, like for example, something that bothers me about Magic the Gathering Arena's business model is that you can't disenchant bad cards. And like 90% of the packs are just terrible cards, they're just not good. Like, that's just something that kind of bothers me, like the ratio of terrible to good cards in Magic seems to be much, much lower than in Hearthstone. And it's already not great in Hearthstone. Okay, that's a kill. I am faster. Nice, we got it. So that's just something that kind of bothered me. So I kind of talked to him a little bit, and after a while I just gave up. It's very clear he just has a hard-on for hating Hearthstone, which look, I know, I get people have that. Right, like people are very obsessed with hating Hearthstone. That's fine. I don't really care. But something he said is that in Magic the Gathering Arena, you can spend $60 and get all of the necessary cards from an expansion. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna put that to a test. So I went into Magic the Gathering Arena and I spent $60. Partially because I like the game. I've been having a lot of fun with the game. You know, I do agree Hearthstone is in a great state right now, and it's a good game to play until Artifact comes around for me. Like, it's fun. Right, so I felt like, you know, I've already gotten more than $60 worth of value out of it, so sure, whatever. And I get some better cards. So I'm not like, you know, like resentful of spending the money. But I do want to make clear that I don't have anywhere near the full expansion. Like, not even fucking remotely close. I have enough stuff for one deck. One deck! I have one good deck. And that's it. Everything else, I don't have anything else. I can't afford it either. Right? Don't have enough wild cards to craft it. And I don't know. I don't think I got super unlucky or anything like that. It's just that game is really fucking expensive. And I feel like everybody that says it's more expensive than Hearthstone is just not really paying attention. Because, like, it might not be more expensive. Like, it might be cheaper than Hearthstone. It might be. Because Hearthstone is far too fucking expensive. So, this is a really low bar to clear. The fact that it's cheaper than Hearthstone really just tells me that both games are probably too expensive. Like, if you're comparing it like that. Okay, well, we're gonna kill the Pudge first. I don't think I'm getting this. But at least we got one of them. Alright, 1 versus 2, we get a kill. I think we can be happy with that. Is Shadowwerk still a thing in Hearthstone, or why is it not in good shape? Well, so like the recent expansion that they released in Hearthstone, which is the Boomsday Project, I think is what it's called. I'm not entirely sure about the name. Either way, the Boomsday expansion, it had very little impact on the metagame. Very, very little impact. As in, there's like 3 cards total that see regular play. Okay, that's probably a little bit overstating it, but it's just a very minor impact on the mana game. Like, I think the actual numbers is that about 2 to 3 cards of each class and like 3 neutral cards is all that sees play. One of those cards was Giggling Inventor. Giggling Inventor is a card that is a very powerful neutral taunt. And recently Hearthstone announced that they're gonna nerf some cards because there have been some balance problems, right? So what do they nerf? They nerf Giggling Inventor, Mana Worm, and Aviana. Aviana is not even in standard, that's like a different thing. But the problem with Aviana is... Okay, so... Oh god, this is gonna be a long discussion if anybody wants... Do you really want me to get into this? Like, this is gonna take a while. This isn't gonna be over in just like a minute. Alright, but like, Aviana has its own problems. Like, the problem with Aviana isn't so much the card itself, but... Okay, so... I think actually this right here might be a really good example to sum up the frustration people have with the Hearthstone development team right now. So this is not tournament play specific because there aren't really any wild tournament. Hearthstone is all about standard play. Damn, I'm out of mana. Damn, I am out of mana. If I had just a little bit more. Oh well. At least we chased him away, right? Probably should have used my battery assault instead of the W. Alright. So here is, I think, a nice example that kind of like summarizes the problem. Druid has a bunch of cards that lead to incredible combos, right? There's one card called Aviana. What Aviana does, it's a 9 mana 5/5, which is really bad, but it makes it so that all of your minions only cost 1 mana, right? So, meaning that if you play that on turn 10, you have 10 mana, you play it, your next minion only costs 1 mana. So you can play the next minion pretty much for free. That's the basic idea of Aviana. And then if it sticks around, you just can throw a bunch of stuff for 1 mana on the board. But Aviana also has another card. Or like, there's another card that is called Khun the Forgotten King. Now what is Khun the Forgotten King? Khun is 10 mana 7/7, so yet again very bad stats, like not at all good. I don't think I should go in on this. Right, like a 10 mana 7/7 is terrible. But what Khun the Forgotten King does is, as part of its effect, it can refresh all of your mana crystals. So that essentially is meant to be a card. You play it on turn 10, refresh all of your mana crystals, and then you get a free 7/7, and then you play another minion on turn, or then you do other stuff with your turn as well. That's the idea. So you may notice something though. If you play Aviana, your minions cost 1. So now Khun the Forgotten King costs 1 mana. So you can then play Khun the Forgotten King, refresh all of your mana crystals, at which point you have 10 mana and Aviana on board, which now makes all of your minions only cost a single mana. Right, so that obviously enables a bunch of crazy combos. There's a lot of cards in the game that have very powerful effects that are balanced by their mana costs. And Khun and Aviana can kind of subvert that by making it so that the mana costs don't matter. So, there are 2 other cards that have been printed recently. One from a very, I don't know if both are from the same expansion actually. So there was a very problematic expansion recently, which was called the Kobolds and Catacombs. So Kobolds and Catacombs is a very problematic expansion in a lot of people's eyes. Mine included, I actually very much agree with this. As in that the power level of Kobolds and Catacombs was just absurdly high. Just like weirdly high. Like every card in Kobolds and Catacombs was like super overpowered. It's super weird just how strong everything in Kobolds and Catacombs was. Like, I think there were like 8 cards in Kobolds and Catacombs that needed to be nerfed. It's very odd just how powerful that expansion was. But here's the problem, right? So Kobolds and Catacombs releases a card called Clockwerk. Clockwerk is an 8 mana minion that makes it so you and your opponent swap decks, and then your opponent gets a card called a Ransom card, which is a 5 mana spell that they can play to swap decks back. Alright, cool. And then they released another card, which is a 7 mana minion. It's a 7 mana 3/3. By the way, Clockwerk is an 8 mana 5/5. Right, so again, bad stats and kind of a weird effect that doesn't really do anything. But then they release another card, which I think she's called something with A, the Soul Stealer, or something like that. I actually forgot her name. But it's a 7 mana 3/3, and what it does is it replaces your hand with a copy of the hand of your opponent. So this leads Asiana Soul Thief. Okay, well, close enough, right? So they release Asiana Soul Thief and Clockwerk. So this is a combo that I think makes sense, right? Like, do you see how this works? You play Aviana, then you play Kuhn, the Forgotten King, to refresh your mana crystals. Then you play Clockwerk. Oh, easy peasy. Then you play Clockwerk. And let me get my very important Radiance. You play Clockwerk, which changes your deck with your opponent's deck. And then you play Asliana Soul Thief and steal their hand. Or not steal their hand, but copy their hand, giving both of you a bribe card. Now this doesn't seem that powerful, but you gotta think about it this way. The entire point of the deck is to burn through all of the cards in your deck, and draw those 4 cards, play the combo, and that essentially deletes your opponent's deck. Because it gives them your deck, but your deck doesn't have anything worthwhile in it. All your deck has is a bunch of combo pieces. So by getting rid of everything else, okay, I am maybe in a bit of trouble here. Hey, cool, look at that. Alright, that was actually pretty clutch. But your deck only has combo pieces. So you swap decks. Then what your opponent is supposed to be able to do is swap decks back with the Ransom card. But you also have a Ransom card. Which means if they swap decks back, you just swap decks again, and you're in the same situation where now they have your deck, which has nothing in it that actually lets them win the game. There's nothing worthwhile in it that lets you win the game. So this is the combo, right? Now this may sound a little bit weird, but this combo is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There just is not. Like, there are many ways to get an instant win combo in Hearthstone. This is not a problem. And honestly, there should be ways to get an instant win combo. I don't think this is inherently in any way wrong. This is not something that needs fixing. This is fine. These kind of decks always come with the downside that they take a long time to come online. You gotta get to 10 mana, and so on, right? Like, it's just kind of a little bit hard. So, you know, they don't... And again, that deck also has no other win condition. So if for some reason something goes wrong with your combo, then you just cannot win. How do you win then if the enemy can't win with your deck? Well, you win by just playing their cards, but your deck also just shuffles through your cards much quicker. So usually what ends up happening is that since your entire deck is just card draw, right, they have no win condition, and you may have only parts of one, but at least you have a deck that you can play. But they are actually just out of cards to play. So they tend to just fatigue themselves to death, and there's nothing they can really do about that. But anyway, So there's nothing inherently wrong with having these kind of combos. But the thing about the combos is you gotta be careful with them. Like if you're designing a card game, because if you make the combos too easy to get, then, well, it feels cheap. Because once the combo's online, there's nothing you can do, you just lose the game. Right? So you gotta make sure that the combos are difficult to get. Now this combination of cards has existed in Hearthstone for a while now. Like, it's been out for like, I think 2 expansions, so it's fine. Like, but it's not broken, it's just another deck that exists. So then this expansion comes around, and Blizzard prints a card called Juicy Psych Melon. Now this doesn't sound particularly interesting. What is it? It's a druid card. It's a 4 mana spell that draws a 7, 8, 9, and 10 cost mana card from your deck. Remember the mana costs of the cards. Like, remember the mana costs of the cards I listed? Kuhn is 10, Aviana is 9, Clockwerk is 8, and the Soul Thief is 7. Meaning that all of a sudden, Blizzard just printed a card that is A, completely useless in Standard. Doesn't do anything. Just, like, actually, generally, really useless. But then they printed a card that just made it so that the combo, this really powerful combo, is just free. It's just free. You just play on turn 4, you play your Juicy Psych Melon, and you have all of your combo pieces. Immediately. Because the combo takes 4 cards, and they are 10 mana minion, 9 mana minion, 8 mana minion, and 7 mana minion. Combine that with the fact that Druid can ramp up to higher manas really quickly because of the way the class works, they can actually very consistently get their combo going on like turn, I don't know, like 6, 7, 8. Which is just absurd if you think about it. That's insane. Like, no combo deck should be able to consistently get their combo going on turn 7, like 7 or 8 or anything like it. That's just incredible. Now you might be like, why did they print that card? Nobody knows. It's not like it sees any standard play. There's no reason why you would need that card in the game right now. Because there is no deck in Standard that plays it. The only thing that thing did when it was printed was it ruined Wild by having it so that this combo was just completely overwhelming. Now you might say, oh well, but it's not like super overpowered, you know, you don't see it everywhere. Yes, it's not crazy, stupidly broken. That's not the point though. The point is a lack of foresight. That for some reason, this is not something that they seem to predict. While everybody immediately, everybody, as soon as they announced the cards, Juicy Psych Melon, everybody was like, wait, what? Why are you printing this card? Right? Like, that was the immediate response from the entire community. It's just like, but why? Like, this is so obviously going to lead to problems. And then recently, oh shit, wow, everybody's here, well, I'm dead. And then recently, with the recent patch, patch announcement, they are now actually nerfing Aviana. But here's the problem. It just shows this, like, lack of understanding. Like, this is so obvious. Right? Like, this is not something that was difficult to see. This was a wide range thing. Like everybody immediately knew that this was going to be a problem as soon as they announced the card. And somehow they did not only not see that, but now they are pretending that it wasn't obvious. Which is just weird, right? And this isn't the only thing like that. There are many other changes in the game, or like many things they've added into the game that are similar. Where, for example, they added in 2 cards, they're called Gren Greymane and Baku the Moon Eater, which basically they come with a heavy deck building restriction, but then they permanently upgrade your hero power, right? And they printed them at the start of an expansion cycle. What does that mean? That means these cards are going to be in the game for almost 2 years, right? If you print them at the end of an expansion cycle, the cards are going to be in the game for less than a year. And if you print them at the start of an expansion cycle, or like of a standard rotation, of a standard cycle, then they're going to be in the game for close to 2 years. They printed them at the start of a standard cycle, And that resulted in... and now these cards are just part of the game. And so what they had to do is when it turned out that Giggling Inventor, which they admitted that they didn't expect Giggling Inventor to be this powerful, and they didn't want it to be this powerful, which, by the way, I have no problem with. Right? Like, sometimes you get things wrong, and that is fine. Right? We shouldn't chastise people for every tiny thing they get wrong, especially with Giggling Inventor. It really wasn't that obvious. Like, there are people that disagree with nerfing Giggling Inventor. There's actually lots of people that say, nah, Giggling Inventor should not have been nerfed. The card was actually fine. Right? But the point is that Giggling Inventor is now getting nerfed, but because they have put Baku the Moon Eater and Gen Greymane into the game, no, they cannot make Giggling Inventor make a 6 mana card, because, again, this would be like an even longer detour, but they cannot make Giggling Inventor a 6 mana card. They have to nerf it to 7 mana. So because they have to nerf it to 7 mana, the card is now going to be utterly, completely useless and never be played anyway. Which again, it's just like, this is just this complete lack of foresight. Why would you make a card like Baku and Gen Greymane? I get that the effect that they have is kind of cool, but you need to understand the kind of effect these effects will have on the game long term. And it seemed to me like they just didn't pay attention to it, or they didn't understand it, or they didn't care. And none of those options are good. And then, of course, on top of that, you have the fact that they announced like 2 years ago that they're working on a tournament mode. And the most recent update we heard after 2 years of them working on a tournament mode is that they have stopped working on the tournament mode. Which is just like, what? What? How is this so hard for you? This cannot possibly be that difficult. Right? If you actually put your resources into this, you should be able to implement the tournament mode in like 2 months. How did it take you 2 years to get to the point where you're gonna say, well, we're not gonna have it? Like, what is the logic there? And that's why people are frustrated. And I think it makes sense. But I do not personally agree with like the sometimes overwhelming, unreasonable hatred that people seem to have for the game. And so to cycle all the way back, I got scammed by Nigma. Because Nigma said that for 60 bucks you get an entire expansion in Magic the Gathering Arena, and you don't. That's just a load of bullshit. That's just not true. At all. Turns out Radiance on Clockwerk is not good, by the way. It's just not very good at all. How much money did you put in? 60 bucks. And Enigma said for 60 bucks I get the expansion. So I tried that. I put 60 bucks into it. I did not get the expansion. Feels bad, man. Ah, goddammit. I tried to cancel that one. Oh. Yeah, sure. Let's figure this out, my boy. God damn it. Wait, what killed me? Huh. I guess something. I guess he managed to actually just beat me. Feels bad, man. Anyway, we got a little bit sidetracked, but we're like 28 minutes into the video. If you enjoyed it so far, don't forget to leave a rating on it. We'll see what we can do here. We'll just see what we can pull off. But yeah, Radiance, definitely not a good item here. That's okay. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Probably admin/executive issues. Well, yeah, I mean, like, Ben Bro did leave. Like, the guy that actually came up with Hearthstone and made Hearthstone the game it is, left, like, 3 expansions ago or something. Just, yeah. So, you know. And not only did he leave, but he took, like, a large portion of the Hearthstone team with him. So that might be, you know, why these problems now exist. I don't really know. But, yeah, that's why people are unhappy with Hearthstone right now. And it's just kind of like, I get where they're coming from. Like, it just feel like, you know, just because, like, Hearthstone is not perfect right now, which it is definitely not, doesn't mean you need to now go and, like, publicly suck Magic the Gathering stick at every opportunity. And then, like, spread this, like, blatant misinformation. That's just something that bothers me. Just join, you sound good, have you slept well? No, not at all, but what I did do is I cooled my chest, which actually, like, really lowers the pain. Makes it much, much more bearable. So, Gonna keep doing that. Although it's getting a little bit worse right now. But that's okay. Let's talk about the other thing. What's the other thing?
Boom, there it goes.
No, I'm gonna get a blade mail and then I don't know, Aghanos or something? I need to tank up. I could just maybe get hard. Wanna get Octarine Core, get the battery assault going. Max level.
Claire's here.
Oh, come on, boys. This is not good. Okay, well, I've got one of them. Oh, really? Deny? What's up? What are you doing? Where are you going? Ah, okay. Goodbye. Oh, man. This is not good. Why are we doing so badly, man? I don't know. I guess Bristleback is just tanky. How's our Tusk doing? Level 20. That's crazy. Ah, he's got 40% experience gain. Alright, well that explains it. Yeah, 40% experience gain kind of goes nutty. Get ruined by sounds. What do I get ruined by? Blade mail mostly, right? I need level 20. Get 20% magic resistance. Racing against time. No. Y'all don't understand the power of the level 25 Clockwerk. The level 25 Clockwerk. Gonna go in and just run people over.
A traps for a trap.
Okay, well. I'm gonna just kind of try to waddle out of there. Get me in there! Alright, never mind. God, you do so much damage. Holy shit, Terrorblade. Why do you do so much damage? That doesn't even make sense to me. It's not like I don't have any armor. I actually got pretty solid armor. Oh, Pugna. Stay away. Suck on him. Suck the boy. Go get him. Just go for it. He's not gonna out DPS your heal. Doesn't do that much damage.
Broken cards, huh? When Shadowverse power level and values were similar to HS, they released this fucker. Ambush equals not targetable until attack. He was 6 mana at the time and his passive did 8 DMG.
Ambush. Whenever this follower attacks, deals 5 damage to the enemy leader if ambush is active for this follower. Last words, deal 5 damage to the enemy leader if ambush is active for this follower. Huh. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. Like, sometimes, like, I know that balance is hard, right? Like, I get it. And sometimes you want to, like, release a cool card, and then you want that cool card to also be good. But, it's just, some things are so obvious that it doesn't really make sense to me. You know, like, sometimes you have a cool idea, you have a cool design, and it just doesn't fucking work. You just gotta let it go. You just gotta let it go. That's all. Okay. Hey, Panther 407. Thank you very much for the sub, dude. Alright, we're actually gonna have our blade mail for the next fight. I think that'll actually make a pretty big difference. Level 20 is also going to be really nice. Like, we already got a lot of magic resistance, right? We already got 57%, but getting the full-on 20% magic resistance on top of that, like, that's gonna be a lot of magic resistance. Gonna be hard to kill us with magic. Would it be correct to say a lot of the problems are that they ignore wildcards? No, not really. Like, again, the juicy Psych Melon example isn't really the problem. Like, that is something that is more of an example of the problem. Right? Like, honestly, like, Wild is something that isn't that big of a deal. Because, like, hardly anybody plays it. I mean, I'm dead, but I can get him low. Oh, well. Yeah, Terrorblade is just scary. Did he, like... Did he sunder a teammate? I think he might have. What do I buy next? I think I just need more armor, honestly. What's a good option here? Could just get like Shiva. I need a little bit more mana anyway, I keep running out. Or I could just get like Heart. You know, like go big. Because like maybe I do have enough armor. To be honest, I think I do. I think I'm more lacking in the HP department. Because I do not have a lot of HP. I mean, Heart is really expensive though, so it's gonna be a grind. We'll get there. I got time. God damn it. Yeah. Hey, we got him. Alright, we'll take it. It's a trade. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, cool, they got him. Alright, game is not over. Yeah, turns out that like playing stupid heroes as carries like has its limits. Who would have thought? It's only your range tracks as well, so it's actually not that bad, honestly. It's actually not that bad. Do you guys want to see some cool 3D model shit?
Your bottom tower ain't long for this world.
It's very much work in progress, obviously. But it kind of looks cool, I think. No? Isn't that awesome?
More work to be done. Closing in.
Maybe you should get like Octarine Core. Not hard.
Boom, there it goes. Armor power.
You know, once we have the minus 0.3.
Run like a clock.
Because I'm dead too. Like,
Incoming.
can't really do anything either, you know.
I close the distance.
Right. Lotus is really good. Is it? I'm not sure.
Yes.
I think I just need HP. I think hard.
Grand battle plan.
To me, hard seems like the best option.
A fine adjustment.
That nerd just tried to snipe my creep here.
The turtle wins the race. Players here.
Who does that? I mean, we should go fuck with him. Okay, that's one down. I hate the spooky ghost. Why don't you be spooky somewhere else, you spook? Alright, we got one of them. I mean, if we're gonna take a fight now, it's not a terrible idea. Oh, nope, it is. Oh, shit. That guy's double damage. Get out. He got a double damage. We all run far. Far and quick now. Like, get out of there. Disengage that shit. No, 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 no. I'm going into double damage. Not against that nerd. God fucking damn it. Alright, well, we got him at least. I'm out of mana. Why aren't shrines in my base anymore? That would make things so much easier. Alright. I'm coming in. Got him. Fuck him up. Nope. Not on my watch, boy. No. Hey, there I am. Alright, look at that. The comeback, boys. That's how we do it. Turn it around. It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Spring forward.
Oh, man.
A traps for a trap.
Alright, well, there's the buyback.
Tough as nails for now.
Boom, there it goes.
Oh, there's another. God, stop it. Okay, I regret this. Okay, well, we're on a snowball right now. Ow. Okay, well, the Pugna is still going hard. Trying to. Oh, the Lich ultimate! Kill the creeps! Oh, God. Fuck, the creeps ruined that one. That was...
Radiance toughened up their structures.
There was an opportunity there for something sick, man. Like, the Bristleback and the Pudge, they were right on top of each other. Does Lich have Aghanims? Oh, no, it doesn't matter then. I don't think Lich without Aghanims can even kill the Bristleback and the Pudge if they stand right next to each other. I don't think there's, that he does enough damage for that. Alright. Still not level 25. We'll get there though.
Got it.
He's going hard too. Hey, I do think hard is the right choice, no? Like, hard just seems like the good option. The world's shittiest TV show.
Closing in.
following the critically acclaimed show that was the good way. The good item. The good option. Do we just buy it now? Oh, super survive. So trying to get to level 25.
Fine adjustment.
This last few, they always seem to take the longest.
My gear
Last few levels here.
rock it on.
I don't know where everybody is, but I don't trust us for a second. Hey, Rogue! Thanks for the sub, dude. Appreciate it. You know, I always find it kind of tricky. Like with a name like yours. Right, like to me it's kind of like, well, I mean it's Rogue. But is that actually what you mean? Or is it like supposed to be something else? Like is it supposed to be pronounced differently?
Do it with flair.
Because some people want it to be pronounced differently, you know?
Spring my trap.
Can't just be kind of tricky. Is any of this real? No.
Homing in.
That would have been really sick if he was like right there. I just come in and snipe him out. Okay. So
Yes.
we got a little bit more HP now. Do I get hard or do I keep buyback?
A traps for a trap.
How do you pronounce
Run like a clock.
Japaga? Is that how you say it? Japaga. Quite just I've heard many different ways. I think it's a weird name.
Do it with
Japaga. That's just how I choose to pronounce it because it sounds cool. Talking about names, you know how like for standalone, we're gonna have that like
spring.
golem character with the little girl.
Boom. There it goes.
I want to call the golem Buddy.
The turtle wins the race.
Is that a terrible name for the golem? I think it's a fine. I like the name. I think it would be cute. I want to just call the golem Buddy, and that's it. Bob? No, I don't want to call it Bob. I like Buddy. That's currently the name for me. I can go for this. And Bristleback is still away. If we feel like we can kill one of them quickly enough, then... The girl would definitely call him Buddy. Yeah, that's why I like it, you know? That's why I think it would be good, because I feel like that's what I can see. She just calls him Buddy all the time. Maybe he even has a name, but it doesn't matter, because it's just Buddy.
Rock it on.
Alright, yeah, I gotta keep buyback, right? There's no point to buying hard right now. God damn it. I don't know who thought Hurricane Pike is a good idea. Still think Hurricane Pike is the worst item to ever be implemented into Dota. Okay, we've got one. Cool. So we're actually kind of holding. Gonna be level 25 after this too. Alright. Got him. Didn't even use buyback on me. Use buyback on a bunch of other heroes, but... Iron Talon. Not Stout Shield or Iron Talon. Okay, it's the worst item to still be in Dota. I'm gonna give you that. You're right. You're right. Stout Shield I don't have a problem with. Poor Man's Shield was stupid. And it's removed for good reason. And Iron Talon was stupid as well. So I'm gonna give you those. You're right. But Hurricane Pike is the worst Dota item to still be in the game. Fuck. Fuck Hurricane Pike. I hate that item. Okay. Casual hard. I think last we get an Octarine core. And then we can like upgrade this shit. Meantime, Pugna. Yeah, Pugna can actually push. Like, I don't know. 125, never blast damage. Ooh. Ooh. Here it's Hurricane Pike, not Nullify. No, Nullify is a close second, but fuck Hurricane Pike. I hate Hurricane Pike. Nullify I don't think is as big of a problem in regular Dota because it's just so expensive. You don't see it that often. If Nullify was cheaper, then yes. But seeing as it isn't, I don't think it's that much of an issue. Okay, so we dodged that. God damn! I cannot tank that for shit. Poor old Clockwerk now. Remember saying you'll get axed like 30 minutes ago? Well, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like we really should get it, you know? Yeah, okay, I'm coming back. I mean, I have to, right? Like, I gotta come back here. Hurricane Pike isn't that much cheaper than Nullify, it's just Hurricane Pike has a really nice build up. But yeah, but like you get what I mean. Yeah, no. There's no need to be that picky about it, you know? You get what I'm talking about, you get what's going on. Don't need me to clarify that that counts as a more expensive item in my book. I know Nullify isn't actually that expensive, it's just the build up is really fucking bad. That makes it rough. Well, I mean, we could try to. It seems like a terrible idea. It's just not gonna work.
I close the distance. Yes.
Let's do the robot. Really need more armor. Oh, I need Octarine Core. I mean, Octarine Core would be so nice, but it's just not necessary.
Trip trap. Spring forward.
How much money is Dark Lord making on Overthrow? Damn, almost 200 bucks a month. You know, that's a pretty significant amount of cash. Like, you can feel like 200 bucks a month. That's not peanuts. You can feel good about that. Oh, something I wanted to bring up, by the way. There's currently a non-zero chance of me going to the ESL 1 Hamburg. I know this seems really short notice, but I got, like, somebody reached out to me about, like, basically getting me to come and do something at their booth or something. And I'm pretty sure they reached out to me because they had somebody better planned, but then that fell through. And it's just like, okay, Who do people mildly care about and will do shit on last notice? I'm pretty sure that's how the thought process went there. And I mean, in that case, yeah, no, that's me. That's me. Like, I will do shit last notice. Like, I don't really give a crap. Like, I'll absolutely.
Do it with flair.
Alright. But it's not really confirmed or anything, so... You know, just gonna keep it at that. Don't want to go into any details because it's just not confirmed. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. That people can literally message me like a week before an event and be like, "You wanna go?" And I'm like, "I guess I don't have anything better to do." Like, is that good or is that a bad thing? Like, I don't know. I don't know. You know, you could say on the one hand I'm reliable. On the other hand, you could also say that I don't have jack shit to do. Yeah, no, that's not true. I do have a lot of things to do. It's just that I do my work at home, so I can like, I can adjust my schedule.
The
Right?
turtle wins the race. My gears turn.
Nice virus punch. By the way, the other talent is like definitely better, right? The -6 ice shots cooldown.
A fine
Like that's definitely better.
and it's off.
I think this guy's on his own.
Trip trap.
Fuck.
Armor power.
The idea was right. The execution was a little bit slow. Can you all hook me up with mana? Like my mana pool is 600. Shit's sad.
Closing in. Denied. Prepare for the
Oh, I'm dead. God damn, that was not a good fight. I don't know, I was just kind of trying to run around there. It's just silence that's very powerful. I think that might be game. I think that might be game.
Your mid tower's in a bit of a bag. Your mid tower's gone. There's always ladies beyond to fortify their structures.
Oh! Oh, that's how we win! No, never mind. We needed Satsa to just like Walrus Punch our, like us to victory. That's how we do it. So what did we learn today?
That bottom tower of yours.
Well, Radiance on Clockwerk was not a good choice this game.
Time for your bottom rag. Your bottom
That shit didn't do jack shit. That was completely useless. So,
getting shook up.
yeah, I think that's the big takeaway.
Your bottom rags. Great. They got a case of the mega creeps. Hate to be your mid tower right about now.
Yeah, there's no way I'll be back in time. And Terrorblade does a lot of damage. Like, it's actually crazy how hard this guy hits. Oh, I'm really tanky. I've got like 30 armor, 4000 HP, and he just cuts through me like butter. It's crazy. It's kind of funny that you can eat two heroes like that. Alright, Lich is back. There's the ultimate. Oh, he's got Aghanim's. It's gonna bounce forever. Clear out all of the creeps. Never mind, never mind. Basically instantly stop bouncing. Oh great, I got silenced. Again. I don't like silencer. No, well. That didn't really work. Hey, it was worth trying, right? No regrets. No regrets. Yeah. We did well early, we just didn't really have a great team. Like, I gotta be honest with you, like, our team composition just wasn't very good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a rating on the video. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.